Mike Tirico, Greg Olson ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Woo. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. 2nd play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead.
Lions nothing.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. 2nd in passing yards in the NFL.
As hard as it may be, Mike, to resist, I don't think they need to come out and think we have to match them big play for big play after just giving up that early score. Stick to your plan. Pick up the first down and allow this game to start unfolding and settle into a rhythm. Execute your game plan. Don't try to match what your opponent's doing. So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Laporta in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Detroit.
That's already 2 catches for this guy, and we haven't even seen him hand the ball to him yet, and that's really what these running backs have become in the league. They're really just all-around weapons, and if the ground game's not working, you can go to the air, and vice versa. The more times this guy touches the ball, the better it is for this offense.
And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. From the gun, it's Goff. Open man downfield, it's Laporta. That pickup good for 29 yards.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On play action, Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he's going to be out of bounds, gain of just a couple, and now we've got third down coming up.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Third down and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
He'll get this out to his running back. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Throwing on second down, Goff. Moving, good blocking, and he's in. Jared Goff, touchdown Detroit.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over now for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He takes off. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
Eagles first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
from the 41. Here's second down and 9. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
It is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up a 14 and a first down.
1st and 10.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
First down.
These two in rhythm. 12 more yards and a first down. On the ground, this is Barkley. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He finds Jahan Dotson. And he will get into the end zone. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix and run, mix and pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Lions 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense ready for their second possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. Room to run at the 40. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. This one is complete inbounds, but not a whole lot out of it. He just gets back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Gain of 4 yards. And the Lions first down. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Lions.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
A loss of 2.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
On 2nd down, Goff. He'll let this go deep for the end zone.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
3rd and long. Now Goff. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Mike, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over once again. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On play action, here's Hurts. He's going to tuck it and go. That's good for 27 and a first down.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's good for an Eagles first down.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life, his speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
Off the play fake. Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line. Big-time play with Hurts and Brown. 42 yards.
That's another Eagles first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3.
Brings up second and goal.
The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. Saquon. And he's going to go backwards. Taken down at the 6.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
Third and goal for Hurts. That one going to be intercepted in the end zone if he stayed in bounds. Now the officials say no, it is incomplete. Crisis averted for the offense, at least for the moment. A near turnover there.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Lions offense headed back to take over once more. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Leads to second and 10.
The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. Laporta in motion. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Lions first down.
For a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
To Slav, a man in motion. Here's Goff. It's Isaac to Slav. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. Catch is made by Wright. And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On second down, it's Gibbs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Detroit.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on them.
The ball's out. And fortunately, one of the Lions in there to get on it, and Detroit keeps possession.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Goff to throw. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
He's made his presence felt throughout this opening quarter. They better figure out a way to slow him down defensively. Otherwise, he's in store for a monster game.
So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 17-10 is our score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Lions ball to begin the second quarter, 3rd and long, as we are ready to get back underway. Throwing now on 3rd and long. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. A gain of 15. First down, Lions.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, then on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Goff. And he's in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. Bates now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Lions will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Gibson now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
A 1st down throw for Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
He connects downfield to Dotson. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Let's take it in left side by Smith. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
At the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Barkley. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Man in motion is Brown. 3rd and short, and Hurts will throw. That one, taken in, middle of the end zone. Dallas Goedert, touchdown, Eagles. Tight spaces down there, things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Eagles will go up by 7.
Makes the score Eagles 24. Lions 17.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Laporta in motion. They'll go play action with Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not, and it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
Now Gibbs. He steers clear of first tackler, working his way forward for a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. On play action, Goff. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
A loss of a yard.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack, but there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring them down for a loss.
Throwing, Goff. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down, or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Dotson will bring it back. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it to the right here with Barkley. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Eagles, 1st down. 1st and 10.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. Lots of space past the 45. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Hurts delivers it quick to Brown. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of
Hurts and Brown connect, and it's a 1st down for Philly.
First down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
1st and goal.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Here's Barkley. What a move! He's in! Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His 2nd touchdown of this 1st half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this 1st half. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. A gain there of 11. Good for a Lions 1st down.
1st down. A gain of 11 on the play.
What we're seeing here in this 1st half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
Goff to throw on first down. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over just shy of midfield. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. On first down, it's Hurts. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there, and it'll be second down. Now it's Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. Whoa! And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. It is a big play for the Eagles. 35 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with first and goal.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
The ball right on the 5-yard line, second down and goal. Hurts again. To the goal line and in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles are able to extend the lead.
The score, Eagles 38, Lions 17.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Goff. That's right side and into the hands of Tesla.
Complete to Isaac Tesla. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. It's a toss play, left to Gibbs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And that is incomplete.
I say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Ooh. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. That's A.J. Brown and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Man in motion is Brown. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. He'll get that out to Barkley. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and that'll set up 4th down.
Little miscommunication there, now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. To throw is Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick 1st down.
Lions, 1st down. It's a gain of 10. And the Lions,
So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
14 yards on that pass play there. 1st down, Detroit.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
On second down, Goff. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. That screen goes for 12. And that's a first down.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
They'll try to set up the screen here. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. The Lions called their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Goff. Catch is made by Wright. And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
Down at the 10-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Second down, they need 7. From the gun, it's Goff. That one, take it in. Isaac to Slaw. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown, Lions.
Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it, and the Lions are able to cut into the deficit.
Eagles 38, Lions 24.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off first and 10. Here's Hurts. Out wide, here's Smith. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Now a quick throw taken in by Brown. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Hurts. Pass over the middle to Calcaterra. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half.
It's 2nd and inches at the Lions' 36-yard line.
Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. Reel him up the sideline at the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
On 1st down, it's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a pickup of 6.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 10 yards.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
1-yard gain.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On the jet sweep, the gift to St. Brown.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences, they know it's coming and there's not going to be a lot of gain.
To throw is Goff. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start, and this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Laporta in motion. They'll go play action with Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
Out of bounds at the 16-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing, Goff. That's to the right side and incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And 3rd down coming up.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Goff. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
And the Lions first down. 1st and goal, Detroit.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Gibbs, and he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
On the tackle.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. And forget the pylon. He's not even close. He's going to be run out back at the 4.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand. Let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Lions 31.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Bigsby to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. On play action, Hurts. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
That's good.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike, and they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Oh, a loose football. And I think he was able to get it back. Yes, he was. That was so nearly the turnover the defense needed. They couldn't get it in time. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Philadelphia. A run with Barkley. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like you might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short gain.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Throw on the run is complete, and he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker, it is 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And this is where the quarterback's improv skills really kind of come into play. The ability to play off-platform, throw from different arm angles. It's something that we're seeing a lot play out across the league, and yes, you have to throw from a spot in the middle of the pocket, but if you can only do that, it's hard to play quarterback in today's NFL.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, And it'll bring up second and goal.
To second and
They
goal.
let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Try it again here from the 7-yard line, second down and goal. Hurts going to keep it on the option. And he will take it in himself. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
This is one of the more impressive drives that we've seen in a while here, Mike, and to cap it off, it's a simple read option, but for some reason, the defense just doesn't account for the quarterback keeping the ball, and by the time they realize who has it, he's in the open field and on his way for 6.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles will extend this third quarter lead.
Lions 31.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He's going to air this one out. That is hard. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 61 yards.
At the 16-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a...
And he'll take it on in. Isaac to Slaw. Touchdown, Detroit. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Eagles 48, Lions 38.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Bigsby to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. That's A.J. Brown and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over once more. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
A pass complete there to Smith. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Raymond going to return it, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
A loss of 1.
Well, they've got him going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last 2 plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
Goff to throw. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. That's A.J. Brown and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over once more. You're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Going to fire this one out to Smith. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You could see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And that's a good game there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
Brings up 3rd.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Hurts now on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher. And this offense now finds themselves staring at 4th down as a result.
Here comes the Eagles punt team, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. On play action, Goff. Catch is made by Wright. He'll be out of bounds. It's a decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 5. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
Gain of 6. That's good for a Lions 1st down. 1st and 10.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
They hand it to Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Third and 5. Now, Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this is not going to do the trick. Unable to get back to the line of scrimmage. And it leads to fourth down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here. And really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. And they are indeed back within one score.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. Bigsby to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now Hurts going to call his own number. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
Hurts to the air on 1st down. He'll take off again. What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's another Eagles 1st down.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
He's taken down just shy of the 10. That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Made at the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time.
8 yards to go.
Now it's going to be 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
That pass to the sideline, nice job to bring it in and stay in bounds, but still short of that 1st down.
It's a gain of 8.
And at this stage of the game, every 1st down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
Saquon. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Barkley. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
3rd and goal for Hurt.
You can tell what the decision is about how they want to approach 4th down by what they call on 3rd down. If that was a run play, then you can bet they were going to go for it on 4th. But because it was a pass, and then they take a sack, I think this coach on 4th down is leaning towards settling for 3.
So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward. That will give him 4 yards.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
That's over the middle, taken in by Laporta. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
14 yards.
Goff hooking up with his tight end Laporta, and they give the Lions a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Eagles' 41-yard line.
from the 41. Here's 2nd and 9. One more time for Montgomery. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Third and 6. From the gun, it's Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. Gibson now on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Short throw taken in by Goddard. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And it'll go right back to Goddard. He's got it again. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. Firing right side. Brought in by Brown. That's another 1st down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width. Not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Hurts again. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. Give him 16 there, and a 1st down.
22-yard line.
Anybody who thought this coach was going to get conservative with this late lead is sadly mistaken, Mike. They're out here still throwing haymakers with this passing game. They're not content with just having the lead. They're looking to increase it.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Hurts. He takes off.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
This is 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
He's got it at the 3.
Just take what the defense is giving you. And you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. This one's caught at the 4. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Lions 44. Jake Elliott.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Lions offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
At the 26-yard
Truth be told, the
line.
tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. But let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll switch. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
And he's going to have the Lions 1st down They convert in style. Huge play on 4th and long.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. To throw is Goff. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a 1st down.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, it is 2nd down and 5. They'll drop to throw. To the outside, that's St. Brown. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown. Amon-Ra gives the Lions a 1st down.
And the Lions 1st down.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And they continue to churn out 1st downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal. The Lions called their first timeout, and will take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock.
6-yard line.
Now, 1st and goal. Reynolds. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal.
Second and goal. Now Goff. And he's in. Craig Reynolds. Touchdown, Lions.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions will cut the deficit to 7.
Eagles 58, Lions 51.
They've got just the 2 timeouts remaining, so they'll line up and take their chances right here with an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
That's A.J. Brown and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Second down, they need 7. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Now he takes off. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the defense is going to come up with it. Maybe the break they need here in the 4th quarter.
Oh my goodness, Mike, what a mistake. Late in the game, you're protecting the lead. That can't happen. You know they're going to be raking at the ball. You know they are desperate to create a turnover. Just somehow he doesn't put the ball away, and this game just got a lot more interesting.
Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Montgomery. Oh! And he's able to fight through 1 tackle here, pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On 2nd down, Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
For a Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10.
So it's a win here for the Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL.